Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. Don't forget, grab your smartphone and download the Lava Matra app and stay in touch. Guru Maharaj's message is your advantage. The following is a Sri Krishna Chaitanya book compilation given by His Holiness Jaya Pataka Swami Maharaj on October 13th, 2020 in Sri Mayapur, India.
Angulangayategurum Yatchitata Mahanvande Segurum Nityanam Paramahanandavadavam Sri Chaitanya Iswaram Namo Vishnavaya Krishna Kristaya Bhutale Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Namane Laste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Vachakare Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Astati Disharade. So, we'll continue now with the Krishna Chaitanya Leela class.
So, we will continue now with the Krishna Chaitanya Leela class. Today's topic is Devotees grant Sachi Mata's request to cook.
কে মিলিল প্রভু সব ভক্ত গণে সবার মুখ দেখি করে দৃঢ় আলিঙ্গনে.
The Lord made all the devotees one after another, and looking at everyone's face individually, He embraced them tightly.
We see how the Lord, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, He has a very personal, intimate relationship with each devotee.
We see how the Lord, as Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, He has a very intimate relationship with all the devotees.
Very personal.
And very personal.
How many would like to be embraced by Lord Chaitanya?
How many people like to be embraced by Lord Chaitanya?
প্রভু দর্শনে ভক্তের সুখ আত্মেন্দ্রে প্রীতিবাঞ্ছা নহে কেশ না দেখিয়া ভক্ত যদ্যপি পায় দুঃখ সৌন্দর্য দেখিতে তবু পায় মহাসুখ.
Although the devotees were unhappy at not seeing the Lord's hair, they nonetheless derived great happiness from seeing His beauty.
নবদ্বীপবাসী ভক্তগণ শ্রীবাস রামাই বিদ্যানিধি গদাধর গঙ্গাদাস বক্রেশ্বর মুরারি শুক্লাম্বর বুদ্ধিমন্ত খান নন্দন শ্রীধর বিজয় বাসুদেব দামোদর মুকুন্দ সঞ্জয় কত নাম লইব যত নবদ্বীপবাসী সবারে মিলিলা প্রভু কৃপা দৃষ্টে হাসি.
Srivas, Ramai, Vidyanidhi, Gadadhara, Gangadasa, Vakreshwara, Murari, Shuklambara, Buddhimantakan, Nandana, Sridhar, Vijaya, Vasudev, Damodara, Mukunda, Sanjaya, and all the others. However, many I can mention. Indeed, all the inhabitants of Navadvip arrived there, and the Lord met them with smiles and glances of mercy.
So although they were feeling great separation and grief,
Although they were feeling great separation and grief,
when the Lord departed to take sannyas,
when the Lord departed to take sannyas,
although now He has no hair,
and although now He has no hair,
but they became so happy and jubilant with the Lord,
so they became so happy and jubilant with the Lord,
embraced them, glanced at them, smiled at them.
embrace them, glance at them, and smile at them.
অদ্বৈত ভবন বৈকুণ্ঠ সর্বক্ষণ হরি সেবাময় আনন্দে নাচয়ে সবে বলি হরি হরি আচার্য মন্দির হইল শ্রী বৈকুণ্ঠপুরী।
Everyone was chanting the holy names of Hari and dancing. In this way, the domicile of Advaita Acharya was converted into Sri Vaikunthapuri.
Because everyone was engaged in Krishna's service,
Because everyone was engaged in Krishna's service,
devotional service,
devotional service,
the house of Advaita Gosai became converted into Vaikuntha-puri.
the house of Advaita Gosai became converted into Vaikunthapuri.
Like that, we can convert the whole world to Vaikuntha-puri.
Like that, we can convert the whole world into Vaikunthapuri.
Everybody engaged in Krishna's devotional service.
If everybody is engaged in Krishna's devotional service.
Haribo.
Hari Bol.
সমাগত সকল লোককেই আচার্যের শান আহার দান। যত লোক আইল মহাপ্রভুকে দেখিতে নানা গ্রাম হইতে আর নবদ্বীপ হইতে।
People came to see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu from various other villages nearby as well as Navadvip.
So everyone is coming to see Lord Chaitanya,
So everyone is coming to see Lord Chaitanya,
and by his presence, the Transcendental Festival was established.
and by his presence, a special festival was established.
শুভাকারে বাসা দিল ভক্ষ অন্ন পান বহুদিন আচার্য গোসাই কইল সমাধান।
To everyone who came to see the Lord from villages nearby, especially from Navadvip, Advaita Acharya gave residential quarters as well as all kinds of eatables for many days. Indeed, he properly adjusted everything.
Grihastas may feel
Grihasthas may feel
a bit stretched, having several guests.
a bit stressed having several guests.
Advaita Gosai, thousands of guests.
Advaita Gosai, he had thousands of guests.
Give everyone a place to stay,
He gave everyone a place to
especially
stay.
those who came all the way from Navadvip.
For such devotees who came all the way from Navadvip,
Everybody got prasada.
everybody got prasadam.
অচ্যুত আচার্যের অচ্যুত ভাণ্ডার আচার্য গোসাইর ভাণ্ডার অক্ষয় অব্যয় যত দ্রব্য ব্যয় করে তত দ্রব্য হয়।
The supplies of Advaita Acharyas were inexhaustible and indestructible. As many goods and commodities as he used, just as many again appeared.
This shows how Lord Advaita Acharya was actually Mahavishnu.
This shows how Lord Advaita Acharya was actually Mahavishnu
And Sadashiva.
and Sadashiva.
He could provide unlimited prasadam.
He could provide unlimited prasadam,
His supplies were inexhaustible and indestructible.
which were inexhaustible and indestructible.
And many ingredients that he used, their replacement
As
again
many,
appeared.
and as many ingredients he used, their replacement appeared.
শচীর পাচিত অন্নে প্রভুর ভোগ সেই দিন হইতে শচী করেন রন্ধন ভক্তগণ লইয়া প্রভু করেন ভোজন।
From the day Sachimata arrived at the house of Advaita Acharya, she took charge of the cooking, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dined in the company of all the devotees.
So, Mother Sachi was the example of loving service.
So Mother Sachi was the example of loving service.
She wanted to do service, devotional service for Lord
She wanted to do
Gauranga.
She wanted to do service, devotional service for Lord Gauranga.
And on the day she arrived, she was serving the Lord.
And from the day she arrived, she was serving the Lord.
দিবাভাগে আচার্যের রাত্রিভাগের অন্য লোকের প্রভু দর্শন দিনে আচার্যের প্রীতি প্রভুর দর্শন রাতে লোক দেখে প্রভুর নর্তন কীর্তন
All the people who came there during the day saw Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the friendly behavior of Advaita Acharya. At night, they had the opportunity to see the Lord's dancing and hear his chanting.
And see the daily activities of Lord Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
We can see the daily activities of Lord Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu
Lord Advaita Acharya.
and Lord Advaita Acharya.
Day and night are busy satisfying the people,
Day and night, they are busy satisfying the people
engaging with people all night,
and engaging with them all the night
chanting and dancing.
and in chanting and dancing.
কীর্তনকালে ভাব বসে প্রভুর ভূমিতে পতন কীর্তন করিতে প্রভুর সর্বভাবোদয় স্তম্ভ কম্প পুলকাশ্রু গদ গদ প্রলয়
When the Lord performed Kirtan, he manifested all kinds of transcendental symptoms. He appeared stunned and trembling, his hair stood on end, and his voice faltered. There were tears and devastation.
We see these natural, ecstatic, loving symptoms
So we see these natural, ecstatic, loving symptoms
were manifesting in Lord Chaitanya as he did Sankirtan.
were manifesting in Lord Chaitanya as he did the Sankirtan,
Congregational chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra.
the congregational chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
Like that, if the people of the world would chant Hare Krishna, they could also experience this transcendental ecstasy.
Like that, if the people of the world chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, they also could experience these transcendental symptoms. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Devastation is described in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu as a combination of happiness and distress that becomes conspicuous by an absence of any sense of them. In this condition, a devotee falls to the ground and the subsequent symptoms in the body ensue. These symptoms are mentioned above. When they become prominent in the body, the state called pralaya, devastation, is manifest.
These are very special symptoms that manifest in Lord Chaitanya,
These are
Radharani, and very advanced devotees.
These are the special symptoms that were manifest in Lord Chaitanya and the advanced devotees.
স্নেহ আর্দ্র ভয় বিহলা শচীর পুত্রের নিরাময় অর্থে বিষ্ণু সমীপে প্রার্থনা ক্ষণে ক্ষণে পরে প্রভু আছাড় খাইয়া দেখি শচী মাতা কহে রোদন করিয়া
Frequently, the Lord would tumble to the ground. Seeing this, Mother Sachi would cry.
চূর্ণ হইল হেন বাসনিমাই কলেবর আহা করে বিষ্ণু পাশে মাগে বর
Srimati Sachi Mata thought that the body of Nimai was being smashed when he fell down so. She cried, alas, and petitioned Lord Vishnu.
বাল্যকাল হইতে তোমার যে কইল সেবন তার প্রতিফল মোরে দেহ নারায়ণ
My dear Lord, Kindly bestow this benediction as a result of whatever service I have rendered unto you from my childhood.
যে কালে নিমাই পরে ধরণী ওপরে ব্যথা যেন নাহি লাগে নিমাই শরীরে
Whenever Nimai falls to the surface of the earth, please do not let him feel any pain.
এই মতো শচীদেবী বাৎসল্যে বিহল হর্ষ ভয় দৈন্যভাবে হইল বিকল
When Mother Sachi was thus overwhelmed in maternal love for Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, she became transformed with happiness, fear, and humility, as well as the bodily symptoms. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. These verses indicate that Mother Sachi was born in the family of Nilambara Chakravarti, used to worship Lord Vishnu even before her marriage. As stated in the Bhagavad Gita 6.41, the unsuccessful yogi, after many years of enjoyment on the planets of the pious living entity, is born into a family of righteous people or into a family of rich and aristocracy. Mother Sachi, a Nitya Siddha living entity, is an incarnation of Mother Yashoda. She appeared in the house of Nilambara Chakravarti and was everlastingly engaged in the service of Lord Vishnu. Later she directly had her child Lord Vishnu, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and she served him from the day of his appearance. This is the position of Nitya Siddha associates. Sri Narottam Das Thakur therefore sings, Gaurangera Shangigane Nitya Siddha Karimane. Every devotee should know that all the associates of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his family members, friends, and other associates were all Nitya Siddhas. A Nitya Siddha never forgets the service of the Lord. He is always engaged, even from childhood, in worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
In Belpukar, Simanta Deep of Navadvip,
In Belpukur of the Simanta Dweep of Navadvip Dham,
the deity of Madan Gopal,
there is a deity of Madan Gopal,
which has been there for 1149 years.
which has been there for 1100 or 1400 years.
And the deity was worshipped by Nilambar Chakravarti Thakur,
And the deity was worshipped by Nilambara Chakravarti Thakur
and worshipped also by Sachimata.
and worshipped also by Sachimata.
And from her childhood, she was engaged in the worship of the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
From her childhood, she was engaged in the worship of the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
All the associates of Lord Chaitanya are eternal, liberated souls.
All the associates of Lord Chaitanya are eternal liberated souls
Are descended from the spiritual world.
who have descended from the spiritual world.
They're all Nitya Siddhas.
They are all Nitya Siddhas.
ভক্তগণের প্রভুকে নিমন্ত্রণ ইচ্ছা শ্রীবাসাদি যত প্রভুর বিপ্র ভক্তগণ প্রভুকে ভিক্ষা দিতে হইল সবাকার মন
Since Advaita Acharya was giving alms and food to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the other devotees headed by Srivas Thakur also desired to give him alms and invite him for lunch.
It's the custom that we have to feed the sannyasis.
It is the custom that the Grihasthas feed the sannyasis.
It's a standard problem.
This is explained by Prabhupada. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. It is the duty of all Grihasthas to invite sannyasi to their homes if he happens to be in the neighborhood or village. This very system is still current in India. If a sannyasi is in the neighborhood of a village, he is invited by all the householder one after another, as long as a sannyasi remains in the village. He enlightens the inhabitants in inhabitants in spiritual understanding. In other words, a sannyasi has no housing or food problems even when he travels extensively. Even though Advaita Acharya was supplying Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with prasadam, the other devotees from Navadvip and Shantipur also desired to offer him prasadam.
Previously, Lord Chaitanya was a householder.
Previously, Lord Chaitanya was a householder
He fed many sannyasis every day.
and he fed many sannyasis every day.
But now he was a sannyasi.
Now he was a sannyasi,
Now the grihastas want to feed him.
so the grihastas want to feed him.
How many of you would like to feed Lord Chaitanya?
How many of you would like to feed Lord Chaitanya,
Have him become a guest in your house?
having him become a guest in your house?
শচীর ভক্তগণকে নিবারণ ও স্বয়ং ভিক্ষা দেবার প্রস্তাব। শুনি শচী সবাকারে করিল মিনতি, নিমায় দর্শনার মুই পাব কতি।
Hearing this proposal made by other devotees of the Lord, Mother Sachi said to the devotees, "How many times shall I get the chance to see Nimai again?
তোমা সবাসনে হবে অন্যতর মিলন, মই অভাগিনীর মাত্র এই দর্শন।
Sachimata submitted, "As far as you are concerned, you can meet Nimai Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu many times somewhere else. But what is the possibility for me ever meeting him again? I shall have to remain at home. A sannyasi never returns to his home.
যাবৎ আচার্য গৃহে নিমাইর অবস্থান, মই ভিক্ষা দিব সবাকারে মাগো দান।
Mother Sachi appealed to all the devotees to give her this charity. As long as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu remained at the house of Advaita Acharya, only she would supply him food.
All the devotees desire to have Lord Chaitanya as a guest.
So all the other devotees desired to have Lord Chaitanya as their guest.
Mother Sachi begged from them one boon.
But Mother Sachi begged from them one boon.
You may see Lord Chaitanya and serve him in other places,
You may see Lord Chaitanya and serve him in other places.
but I have to remain in my home in Navadvip.
But I have to remain in my home in Navadvip.
And sannyasi never returns to his home.
A sannyasi never returns to his home.
Give me this boon that I can serve Lord Chaitanya as long as he remains in the house of Advaita.
So give me this boon that I can serve Lord Chaitanya as long as he remained at the house of Advaita Acharya.
Actually, when Lord Chaitanya goes to Jagannath Puri, every year many devotees would see him.
So actually, when Lord Chaitanya goes to Jagannath Puri, every devotees would see him.
Every year,
Every year,
devotees would come and see him.
devotees would come and see him.
That time they came with their wives and they served Lord Chaitanya.
At that time, they came with their wives and served Lord Chaitanya.
ভক্তগণের সম্মতি। শুনি ভক্তগণ কহে করি নমস্কার, মাতার যে ইচ্ছা সেই সম্মত সবার।
Hearing this appeal from Mother Sachi, all the devotees offered obeisances and said, "We all agree to whatever Mother Sachi desires."
So everyone submitted to satisfying the desires of Mother Sachi.
So everyone submitted to satisfying the desires of Mother Sachi.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thus ends the chapter. Devotees grant Sachi Mata's request to cook.
Do you like our ad-free videos? Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day, and don't forget to like and share our channel.